them in a minute. We want to thank Labor Finders for sponsoring this event. They're great partners to have, and we certainly appreciate them being here today. Again, I'll introduce these guys in just a minute, and they'll take a few minutes to speak. I did want to talk about a couple of quick things, but before we jump into that, let me do this. I'm going to have Tracy, she's a member of our executive board. She's going to, owner of Wacardi Staff Services. She's going to open us in prayer. And then Stanley, our past president, immediate past president, is going to lead us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. So, y'all will? Yes, ma'am, right there.
If everyone please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, thank you this evening. Thank you for your many blessings and thank you for your grace and mercy that you've extended upon this group. Thank you, God, for these people who are here because they care about our communities. And we thank you, God, for this Chamber of Commerce and the people who work within this commerce. And Lord, we'd like to thank you for the school that we're about to receive, for the nourishment of our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Y'all will stand for the pledge. Stand out.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, thank you guys so much for attending today. I think we're going to have a great meeting. A couple of things I want to go over quickly before we introduce our speakers. Where I think we have an absolutely exceptional chamber board, and we just added what I think is an incredible class, our 3 newest board members, and I want them to stand and introduce them. We have Paulette Brown. Paulette's representing us with Wiregrass. Paulette's with Wiregrass. Wiregrass are absolutely incredible partners. They don't know what we do without them. They're such a meaningful part of our community, and thank them for all their help. Then we've also got Shane Shook. Shane is president for American Bank here. Great guy, and we appreciate Shane stepping up. And then we have Chad Guthrie. Chad's all these are just wonderful people. I think they're going to be incredible additions to our board, and they'll serve for a 3-year term. And we certainly appreciate them for agreeing to serve for us, and it'll make us a better chamber. So, also, I did want to take a minute. We'll talk about this a little bit more, I'm sure, but I wanted to personally take the time and thank the staff. That would be John, Lisa, David, Misha, Jeannie, and Megan. I talk about it all the time, but they do an incredible job. And if you guys were with us, how many people were here for our annual event we had a few weeks ago? Absolutely, the best annual event I've been to. I think they did an absolutely incredible job. It just went off seamless, and so we've been kind of searching for our template to have moving forward. And Lisa worked so hard on that. The rest of the guys worked so hard on that. So I just thank them for all they do. Megan, again, we're going to talk a little bit about this. Next week, we're really going to focus on this, but she's been doing the Ambassador and Leadership Program. Absolutely doing an incredible job. Y'all are going to be really impressed when we get to talk about that sometime. So Jeannie is taking our Welcome Center to a whole nother level. I hear comments about it all the time. David is working so hard with the downtown stuff. That's all new, so he's doing events in downtown. And he's going to do an absolutely incredible job. There's going to be so much we're going to hear going forward about that. Misha, we all know what Misha does, and she's also over the finances. So behind the scenes, she keeps us things straight for us. So again, I just appreciate them and all they do, and we literally couldn't do it without them. So thank them for that. So with that, now I'd like to introduce Labor Finders. Representing Labor Finders, we have Ashley Mobley, branch manager. All right, we have Jean Winnick, she's the South Georgia District Manager. And then I'd like to introduce and invite up to the podium David Walker. He's the Senior Sales and Marketing Director. So welcome these guys and thank them so much for sponsoring this event.
Thank you, Mr. Bradshaw. Thank you guys for coming. I want to thank the Douglas Coffee County Chamber of Commerce for everything that you do. I'm fortunate to be over 23 offices between Georgia and Florida, so obviously I attended quite a few chamber events, and you guys should be very pleased and proud of the organization you have right here, because they promote this chamber very well. So take pride in the staff that you have and the board members, I guess you could say. We are proud, this is our 25th year in business with Gary James and Affiliates. Now, Labor Finders has been in business, I would say probably for pushing 50 years. This is our 25th year. Years ago, our owner likes to tell the story. He started with a dream to max out credit cards and a goal to help people, both on the business side and also on the personnel side. We started off putting people together, not only just in the day labor side of it, but also major corporations. We have accounts where we staff the entire floor with 200, 250 plus employees. Everything from recruiting talent for you guys, going through the hiring process as far as required backgrounds, the drug test, integrity test, everything we possibly can to make sure that we get you the top quality personnel that you need to run your daily operations. On the flip side of that, I'm proud to say that in 2018, company-wide, we processed a little over 10,000 W-2s. So that kind of gives you a scope of what we can handle top to bottom company-wide. Wednesday at 11, I would love if you guys would come out and help us celebrate our 25th anniversary. Ashley will be there. Our district manager, Gene, a Coffee County Trojan graduate, I must say, will be here as well. So if you can make it out, we certainly appreciate that. On the tables, you also see a card from Miss Mobley, and I pray to God that you've met her. Hopefully she's been out to see each one of you. If not, slide me a note, kind of let me know so I know where I need to do a better job with her. But the other side of our industry is also what we call CBRS, which is small business small business are us too. Now what that entails is assisting companies, both large and small, with everything that goes above and beyond what you got in business to do. And if you don't mind, I'm going to try to speak loud enough so I can kind of show you just a basic diagram of what I mean. Can y'all hear me back there? You got me back there? Perfect. So basically what we're looking at is a way to help businesses. We saw problems in the areas of human resources, workers' comp, risk management, benefit side of it, and the payroll side. Now, everything that we do in this room is generated for either providing a good or a service to a customer. We all got into business because we wanted to either fulfill a need, bring a product to the market, or any way we can to fulfill that. So if you look at it, every type of business that we have an array, okay? Say we got A, B, C, E. The one thing that we all have in common here is once you cross the line from being the entrepreneur, the dreamer, somebody that wants to bring something to the market, you become an employer, okay? And once you step over that line, that comes with so many more obligations and requirements that you have to meet. One would be the human resources side of it, HR. We all know that because it tells so much more when you get into the discrimination and all the labor laws that are in place, which there is a reason for there, for the laws implemented on the side of the worker. We do have to abide by all the laws and regulations the state and federal governments apply, all the way from hiring, unfortunately disciplinary actions, some situations as far as termination, all the way up into the retirement side of it. So we have what I call the HR stuff, or the employee stuff that goes along with the daily operations. Then you get over to the fun part of the workers' comp. Now workers' comp is mandated by the state, which it's implemented that if you have the workers, if God forbid something should happen and there's an accident, you have to make amends to get these people back up and running. Now, I would hate to say the epitome of dysfunction. Come on in. The workers' comp, you're not going to buy, you have to go through a hearing. Now, this process is always fun because you start off with a down payment, anywhere from 20% up to 100%, which I'm sure you guys know. Then you have your monthly payments that you pay each month on top of the down payment. If your estimates are accurate, at the end of the year when they come in and do what is known as an audit premium, you're in the clear. One of the largest insurance carriers have informed us that probably 85% of all businesses are then hit with an audit premium because they haven't paid enough. So you pay the down payment, the monthly payments, the audit premium, and then the vicious cycle starts all over again. Now, the unfortunate side, God forbid we should have a claim, if you're fortunate enough to have a risk manager, it's hard to shake it, so forgive me. Sloppy hand line. You have a risk manager. If you don't have the access to a risk manager, we have no way of negotiating the claim with the workers' comp carrier, finding a way to make your environment safer to get your employees back to work, offering them a return to work policy or a light duty policy, and hoping that down the road, because of the risk management, there is a 3-year, I guess, limit of liability where they can come back on the employer up to 3 years from the incident. If we want to attract and retain quality personnel, just shaking. Now we need to offer some benefits. Everything from the health insurance to the vision to the dental, everything that goes along with that. Plus, we're going to have to designate somebody to administer and keep track of everything that goes into this. When you get after the benefits, now, as you all know, based on federal laws, regardless of how productive our employees are for those 40 hours a week, we're still required to pay them. Doesn't matter the productivity, they're going to get their paycheck. We have to hold out the tax, we have to do all the reports. In essence, when you look at this, HR, God forbid some situation should arise, a lot of individuals, a lot of employers will either consult their CPA, which is understandable, and if it gets really bad, the attorneys come into play. So if you have the attorney here, on the risk management side, you have a carrier over for the workers' comp side. You can have multiple carriers with the benefit side, everything from the vision to the dental to the health. And then the majority of companies now are outsourcing their payroll. If you're not now, you should probably look at it. So in essence, if you're outsourcing all of this as it is, we just feel like it makes sense where if we take it under one umbrella, one roof, you're talking with one individual that has the backing and the infrastructure to help you guys not only alleviate some of the headaches that you might have, but our goal is to increase your profitability, maximize productivity, reduce the time that you spend each week, each month in doing all the transactional HR stuff, and ultimately lower your labor costs. So I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but this is just an overview of what we do and how we can help you. Ashley's here. Dean's here all the time. Cody, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. I apologize, sir. But with the 25 years we have as a record, with the numbers of employees that we deal with on a daily basis, the knowledge that we possess, and everything that we've instituted to protect you guys from all the liabilities, if there's anything that we can do to help, please let us know. Any questions on this? Does it make somewhat sense, or is it kind of broad? Hopefully you have no issues, but fair enough? Oh, and for the record, please forgive the casual. I grabbed a coat at 5:30, run out the door, it's a tuxedo jacket. I'd rather be underdressed than a tuxedo jacket on.
That's right. Yeah, thank you guys for that. Appreciate it very much, David and staff. Cody, stand up, son. We didn't recognize you. Cody, I want to make sure we get Cody.
Don't feel left out.
That's right. So thank you guys for hosting this. Next, I'd like to invite up, let's get John Henry. He can come up and give us our president's report and tell us what's going on with the
Good afternoon. I just gave this report a few minutes ago, so I should be able to talk about it without having too many notes here. All right, I think everybody knows that the Chamber of Commerce, in addition to our regular programming, has taken on 3 other functions in an agreement with the city this year. So we've taken on the marketing and events, the Main Street program, which involves the downtown historic area, and the visitor center. We recently had a ribbon cutting for the visitor center, and if you didn't get a chance to go by there, I urge you to go by, or come by, I should say, because it's at the Chamber's offices. And we're going to be adding features to that. We're going to have free coffee there. We're going to have other community promotion type stuff there. But that it really is a compendium of all of the regional resource, state resource for all of the places that you can go and visit. find out the information, help plan your trips. If you get a call and say, oh, I got a meeting in so-and-so, I've never been to that community, come to our office and get some information on that community before you go. It's a great way to plan your time there more effectively and efficiently. And Jenny's there. She'll greet you with a smiling face and show you where the information is that you need. Dave is not here today. He's on a trip, but he is our Main Street Program Director. I'm going to have him come in here to one of these events and give everybody an update. We just finished our strategic plan for that program and got approved for another 3-year extension on the program here. Everybody's really excited about right now, so we've been behind the scenes working on getting the plan put together and finding the resources and everything to make some things happen. We don't want to get out there and talk about things that are going to happen, but we don't know how or when or why. We like to have a nice cohesive program and find the funding, find the sources, find the people that are going to be involved and energized to make some things happen. And then we'll go out and talk about it. We'll talk about everything, and then you can follow the progress on it once we've actually announced those things. So there's a lot of exciting things going on downtown that we'll be rolling out here over the next couple of months. Marketing and events. If you're not aware of it, haven't heard anything about it yet, the Taste of Douglas is going to be coming up on April the 11th from 5 to 8 at the gym downtown. So everybody, please try to make that. This is our first annual event there. I've been involved in some of these in the past, and they're phenomenal. If you can go there and you pay $15 or 2 for $25, I'll get a plug in. And a couple can go there and they can sample pretty good samples. It's not just like hors d'oeuvres, but you get good samples from all of the restaurants participating. And you'll find things there that you didn't know exist. You'll find foods there that you normally wouldn't try. So it's a great way to show support for the restaurants, find new things, and support your chamber at the same time. So please plan on being there April 11th from 5 to 8. Love to see you there. Tickets are for sale at the chamber office and participating restaurants. Right now it's going to be easier to get them at the chamber office. We've got 10 restaurants signed up, but we're shooting for about 25 or so. So don't go to a restaurant, plan on getting them, and that restaurant's not participating yet. Just come out of chamber and get them, and we'll make sure you get taken care of. There's a, let's see, some of this is not for public consumption. I was reading up more. All right, but we've got some great things going on. Again, staff here is actively involved in different things. And each one of the staff members that you know and love from the Chamber of Commerce is out there working on different things. We all converge at the office and for a single goal in promoting and making Douglas and Coffee County a better place to live and work. But everybody there is also doing their own thing and learning new things about the community and how to make them better. So we've all got a role here, and we're trying to get them fulfilled. But anytime you have any questions about anything that we're doing, criticisms or praise, feel free to contact my office and let me know. If it's praise, contact me. If it's criticism, Lisa's. She can be more easily contacted than me. Thank you.
Thank you, John, very, very much. Just to kind of tag along with what John says, I know some of you heard me say this before, but for when about in 09, I guess when we were just coming out of, or just when it really hit us hard here, the last, the Great Recession, we had extreme, Stanley, what did unemployment get up to at one time here? 19% unemployment. And so what we got to is we were all laser focused on one thing, and that was bringing jobs to Coffee County. There really wasn't any delineation between the chamber and the EDA. So one of our goals was, we said we wanted to define what the chamber was going to be for the next 20 years. What would it look like? Because we knew it needed to look much different than it did if we were going to be an effective, active chamber. During that time, a lot went on for a while. It was just me and Lisa and Misha, and so we had all this to do. At the same time, the city approached us and said they want us to bring on these other things John talked about, which fit right in line with our goal. But again, we didn't really even have a staff. We had a skeletal staff. And then Adam had been serving as the EDA funds us. Adam had been serving as chairman, and Adam Smith got a big promotion. And then so Stuart came on. So we kind of we brought Stuart up to speed. And then in that time, it just amazes me at how much Lisa, you know, we talk about it all the time, how much this staff and especially John and Lisa have done in such a short period of time, taking all this on and elevating it to the next level. And I think that's just a credit to them, and I think our executive board has just done a fantastic job, so thank you guys for supporting us on that. Miss Lisa, can you come give us a chamber opening?
Good morning, afternoon actually, isn't it? As John and Donnie have both said, we have got a lot going on at the Chamber. It's an exciting time, and we are just happy to help build this community, make it a wonderful place to live and raise their children and beg our children to come back home to. And if you'll notice on your agenda, there is a random T just sitting out there in the middle of the page. And I will credit my granddaughter for that. I went out to Texas this past week and spent some time with my daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter, and I honestly don't know where the T came from. She was in my lap as I was working, so I'm sure she left that there for me so I would see it today. But for our chamber update, we have, and Megan is blindly, there you go, that's it. She is running the PowerPoint from over there. I've added to your agenda and up here for you to have the dates for this year to go ahead and get on your calendar for our power lunches. And hopefully you'll be able to attend as many of those as you possibly can, hopefully all of them. And for our power lunch, I want to give an update. We are currently at 710 members, and our new members for this, or since we last met, we have Hobbs Tree, you can go to that, Hobbs Tree Removal and Land Clearing, James Hobbs. He is licensed and insured, and I've got a few pictures of him up there hanging from a huge tree, cutting down limbs, hanging from ropes. He's not able to be here today, or I would introduce him to you. He is actually out there in those trees as we speak. Our next new member for this month, and I did see a few of these wonderful folks come in from Pineland Bank. If you would stand, I see Al Ross, Ashley Gillis, and Ashley or Al, if you'll tell us who else is with you.
We've got Stephen Dugan and Casey Morris.
All right, thank you so much. Let's give them All right, our next member is Stephanie McDonald with Tax Services of South Georgia. Did Stephanie make it in today? Let's let Sean, her other nice person, you can stand on her behalf. I think you're a part of this business as well, aren't you? So Stephanie, this is Stephanie's fiance, Sean. Everybody knows Sean and loves him. All right, our next member for this month is Family Heritage. Mark Williams is also not able to be here today, but Family Heritage, and I've given you the contact information there for insurance contact. And our next member for the month is Light, Sound, and Action. They are located in Valdosta, Georgia, and the owner is Daniel Parrish and his wife. They offer DJ services, AV solutions, lighting, videography, and pipe and drape, among many other event-related services. All right, and is Daniel here today? I wasn't sure if he was going to make it or not. Okay. Our upcoming events, as has been mentioned, our 25th anniversary for Labor Finders. We're looking forward to that. It is on Wednesday the 27th at 11 o'clock. We hope you'll be able to be there and celebrate with us. Another upcoming event this week, we have an informational session for our upcoming chamber travel for 2019. It will be to Switzerland, Austria, and Bavaria. Hope you can come and hear more about that if you're interested in traveling. The formal presentation will be held at the chamber office. And an event coming up in the not-so-distant future on April 3rd is sponsored by Wiregrass Technical College and the Chamber of Commerce, and it is offered by Georgia Tech, the Manufacturing Extension Partnership for Georgia. It will be at the Chamber Atrium Event Center at lunch from 11:30 to 1:30, an extended lunch. And the registration is only $15, your lunch is included, but this is specifically geared toward reducing turnover, recruiting and retaining employees. So, hope you can attend that. These sessions are always very, very good, very effective, and I certainly hope that you'll be able to take advantage of that. John's already mentioned, and several of us have, the Taste of Douglas. Coming up on April 11th on Thursday evening, 5 to 8. That's going to be a wonderful, wonderful event. Our first opportunity to provide an event of this kind, and we look forward to having that. Our next First Friday event is this coming Friday night. Can you believe it's March already? From 5 to 8 again, and it is shopping downtown. There'll be live entertainment, food, lots of great sales going on, so let's shop local and support our local businesses downtown. Any questions, feel free to give us a call at the chamber. We are here to help and serve you, so let us know how we can best do that. Just give us a call. Next, we'll have our community reports, and I'll turn it back over to Don.
Thank you, Miss Lisa. Again, just to quickly just summarize a couple of things we talked about. Thank you to our newest chamber members. We always like to recognize those guys. Pineland Bank, Hobbs Tree Removal, Southeast Tax. Sean, thank you for being here. Family Heritage and Light, Sound, and Action. So thank you. Want to make sure if you're here with that company, stay around afterwards and let us make the picture and get that out there. Upcoming events, not to forget about, I know Lisa just went over it, but on Wednesday 27th, we had the 25th anniversary of Labor Finders. Thank you guys for being here today. We want to make sure we celebrate with you guys. The Chamber Travel Update. It's a great event. We get more and more participation out of that, so be sure to get some information on that. This Friday, we have First Friday coming up. Those are really, really been well attended, and I think we see more and more each Friday. They're a lot of fun. It's amazing how much they've done with us, so come out and support that. Love to see you there. The Wiregrass and Chamber, how to retain good employees, that is going to be great, and I know everybody is worried about that. So again, thank you for teaming up with the Chamber to provide things like that we really need. And then Taste of Douglas, as Lisa said, it's going to be one of the first events like that. We're really looking forward to it. So community reports. Let's bring everybody up, all our representatives from county government, schools, Coffee County School System, Wiregrass, South Georgia, all you guys. Anybody else has anything for the good of the community, and we will pull the gong out and keep you guys on your time. I'll let you lead it off.
Good afternoon, Walda Kite with South Georgia State College, and spring is very busy on our campus, and we're excited to announce that the South Georgia State College Foundation scholarship application is open. The deadline for area honor nights for any high school seniors who want to be considered for an award at an honor night would be March 31st. The application is on our website under the Alumni and Friends section, or in the Office of External Affairs, which is the department I'm in Ritchie Hall. So feel free to stop by or give me a call, and the information's on the website. But please encourage students who are interested in attending to apply for a scholarship to support their tuition this fall. Softball is in action. Our Lady Hawks will be playing on the 26th against West Georgia Tech at 2 and 4 p.m. So we invite you to come out and support the Lady Hawks. We will also be hosting Preview Day on Friday, April 12th for any prospective students on our Douglas campus. So this is a great opportunity for students and parents to come out and visit with our professors, tour the the campus, get a sample for our student life and our dining hall. So we encourage you to participate. Information is on the homepage of the website, sgsc.edu, for you to sign up, but please help share that information as well. And then lastly, we will have a site visit from the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing, March 12th through 14th. And there's a community meeting that everyone is invited to on March 12th at 4 p.m. in Peterson Hall's Art Gallery. This is very important. They will be reviewing both our associate degree and bachelor degree in nursing. So this is an exciting time for the college, and we would invite anybody to come out and help share how our nursing program benefits the community. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Tina Anderson with Wiregrass. We are up in enrollment about 20% as a college. We're excited about that. A lot of that is dual enrollment, so we always want to thank Dr. Lees for allowing us to partner with the school system. But we're excited about enrollment in all the areas, which is kind of ironic that it is when the economy's so good and there's almost a 0% unemployment, but it's people retraining. So those skilled programs you really see, and of course allied health also. And as you started talking about accreditation, we've got an accreditation visit for radiologic technology that's happening on our campus today also. So those are all the time. You're always doing accreditation for some program, but it's absolutely necessary, and we work hard for it. So on our coffee campus particularly, it's one of those things, and I know people are going to go, how is that possible? We're already out of room on that campus, and you know what we've always said, if we did everything like we were supposed to, we should be out of room very quickly on that campus. We may be teaching welding in the parking lot before it's done, Brandy and Liddell, but they can teach welding in the parking lot, I guess. Have to put everything back in under the shelter before you go home for the afternoon. But those are programs where it's in high demand, and those students are going to get jobs before they graduate is usually the issue. We can't keep them through to graduation. So a lot of good things happening on our campus.
I'm Morris Lee, Superintendent of the Coffee County Schools. We have a teacher job fair coming up Saturday, March 16th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Coffee Middle School Auditorium. So if you know anybody who's interested in becoming a teacher or thinking about a career change, then please attend this job fair on Saturday, March 16th at the middle school. We are currently going through our Advanced Ed SACS reaccreditation. So this is our 5-year reaccreditation visit. The team is here in town, and they've been meeting with stakeholders all morning, and I've met with them last night. So we are in the middle of the SACS Advanced Ed reaccreditation, and it's going really well. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a community issue that we've been dealing with. We have recently had a documented suicide of one of our students, and we have had an attempt that has been documented. And we've had other young people who have been talking to counselors who have expressed problems. And I felt like we needed to make the community aware of the issues that our young people are dealing with, and also to put out there the fact that we have placed on our website hotline numbers on our website and on our Facebook. The hotline number for the Georgia Crisis and Access line is 1-800-715-4225. And then the governor's office lit a app, go public, on February 14th, and it's called My GCal app. And this is from the governor's office, and anybody can access this app. You can access it through the Apple Store or through the Samsung Galaxy Store, but you can access that app, and young people or anybody that needs to speak with a licensed clinician can speak to a licensed clinician through that app 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also on our website, we have a video for parents that addresses how to speak with their young people about this issue. And we also have an anonymous tip line on our website. And we have a crisis team currently out at Coffee High School meeting with students. And we have additional counselors throughout the week at Coffee High School. And we're also planning to have a community roundtable discussion, have a meeting with community leaders to discuss this issue. So anyways, I felt like it was prudent for us to to bring our community together and let's address this issue. Thank you.
My name's Kathy Cole. I'm the nurse supervisor with the Board of Education. I'm here today to let you know about an event we have coming up March 14th. The flyer is on your table. It is our third year of the 2019 Health Fair, Coffee County Schools Health Fair. We've had this the past 2 years in the auditorium at the middle school. It's from 4 to 7, that's on a Thursday afternoon. And we've had a guesstimation, we tried to count it, but we couldn't keep up with it. We had 500 to 600 people show up to this event. It's also it's for the whole community, and what we have is people in the community that come in. What I found is being in this position, I've been a school nurse for almost 24 years, and I've been the nurse supervisor for 9. What I find is a lot of times our parents and caregivers do not know what services are available for them and for their children. So we just felt like that was a great opportunity to do that on a campus. And so they have a lot of fun. It's on the radio. We have Zumba classes going on during the time. It's just a lot of great things going on. Fun things for the children, but a lot of great information for everyone that comes. Also, this year we're doing superheroes, super healthy thing. Superheroes are a big thing for children. And I've talked to Dr. Lees and gone to the county commissioners, and I'm coming to you, and I will be going to the city commissioners tonight to talk to them. What I would like to see is people like yourself come to that event. And if you've got a superhero t-shirt, I would like for you to wear one. And if not, we can see that you get one if you want one. And we're going to do a little dance together. Dr. Lee says he didn't know about that, but I'm sure he can do it. It's the, what is it called, the Sid Shuffle. And you may have seen it on Ice Age, where they get up. And what I would like to see is for them to see that you all just really, you want them to be healthy. And it's mental health as well as, physical health. And our system does have telemedicine in every school, so that's available as well. So, but there's a lot of great things. The Coffee Regional, we partnered with them, and that we had the clinic, and Jennifer Davis is our nurse practitioner on that site. And for the last 2 years, they also partnered with us to do their lab work that they do every year. They do, at their own event, they do this panel of lab work for $30, which is an awesome prize. And you just need to be fasting when you get there. So you get your best results. But this is what the flyer looks like. I've also got it here on the table with registration forms. If you know of anyone that has anything that they would like to register for, just to come to that event and let people know what you do in the community. Okay, and I will get you that. And but if you have any questions, once again, my name is Kathy Cole. I'm the nurse supervisor with the Board of Education. Thank you very much.
I'm Stanley Lott with Georgia Department of Labor Business Services Unit. The groundhog made his prediction of 6 more weeks of winter, except for Georgia. We have 4 seasons in 1 day, so they couldn't make that prediction. Give you a little unemployment rate for December of 2019. Action County's at 3.3%, Bacon County's at 3.9%, and Coffee's at 4.6%, and that's the 3 counties our Douglas Career Center serves. Just to let you know, the Douglas Area Port Committee is going to have a golf tournament here at the Douglas Golf Country Club on April the 5th. Lunch is started at 11 o'clock, tee-off is at 12. It's a 4-person scramble, $75 per person, $300 per team. And if you'd like to be a whole sponsor, it's $100 to sponsor a whole. All the proceeds from this golf tournament goes to the Coach for Kids project, and it goes for the Books for Kids, and we gave out over 200 and something coats to kids K through 5th grade in Coffee and Axon County School System this past year. So that's a worthwhile cause, so if you could help us out with that, we'd greatly appreciate it. And I got some flyers out here in the foyer on the table out by the candy dishes and all. Also, all's right with the world. Holt's Baker's back open, right? Yeah. Howard Holt wanted me to tell everybody today. He texted me while we were having lunch, and he said he wanted to thank the community for everything they've done to restart their restaurant back up and restart the bakery back up. He said God's been great to them, and what a great community he lives in. He sold 1,200 dozen, which is 14,400 donuts just on that Saturday alone. And he said right now they're averaging about 12,000 a day. So keep eating donuts. Hey, you know, we got a hospital right down the road to take care of them. And one final thing I'd like to mention too is that the Bronx and Rock Spring Tour is going on right now. If you haven't been to the Bronx and Rocks, you're missing a great treat. The tours for the spring is going to be April 6th, April the 13th, and April 27th. Also on Easter Sunday, they're going to have mini tours throughout the day on Easter Sunday if you'd like to go there. If you would like to have a tour on your own or whatever, just give my son Tyler Lott a call. He's a tour guide there. His number is 912-592-4563. Thank you, and thank you for everything you do for Douglas and Coffee County.
Good afternoon. My name is Al Walker. I'm the commander of American Legion Post 515 here in Douglas. I have something really great and exciting. It involves Douglas Coffee County history, and it relates to the national level. Right now, there is a display at the Satilla Library which shows the whole history behind Georgia Congressman John Strickland Gibson. You know, he was a lawyer practicing law here in Douglas and went on to join the House of Representatives. And because of him, we veterans here in Coffee County and all through the nation were able to use the GI Bill. If they didn't go out and search for him and find him in Coffee County and take him back to DC, the GI Bill would not have passed. That's amazing because of the GI Bill, we have education benefits. We wouldn't be at South Georgia State College or Wiregrass. We have vocational rehabilitation benefits. They wouldn't have been able to get VA loans. There wouldn't be any VA hospitals. There wouldn't be any of this if it wasn't for Douglas's own John Gibson. I encourage you to go to the Satilla Library and look at the display. If you have this in front of you, you look on the right side, it tells how John Gibson helped save the GI Bill. It sounds like a melodrama we saw on TV, but it actually happened. It took place. There were people who were very concerned, who worked together to make sure this was taking place. If you look on the back, you'll see a picture of the display that's in the library. Most of the documents that are posted here are original ones, but some of them are copies, and the rest of them are in Washington, D.C. So I would encourage you, before March the 12th, to go over to the Satilla Library and show your support for one of Douglas's own who made the benefits for veterans in our nation. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Liddell Greenway, and I bring you this announcement from the Community Foundation of Coffee County. There's been a lot of renewed interest in our Wheeler Park area, and I know a lot of people have a lot of affinity for that park. And because of that, and I want to just give you, I'll just read it to you. We've been given a gift by a private donor to specifically research a future plan for Wheeler Park. And this is an exciting opportunity for us to take a step back and involve private donors and the City of Douglas representation to help redefine Wheeler Park and bring it up to where we know it all can be. The grant will be used to create a master plan of Wheeler Park with improvements and enhancements that the community will enjoy. We partnered with a planning and design firm to help us through this process, and that's what part of the grant will pay for. We've already engaged the service of a designer, a park designer. So if you are interested, you do not have to be a resident of the Wheeler Park area. You can come on Wednesday at noon to Wheeler Park under the little pavilion. You can bring your lunch if you want to. We're not serving lunch, but if you'd like to come and you want to be a friend of Wheeler Park, we'd love to see you on Wednesday. Thank you.
All right, we want to thank everybody for coming out today. We're going to have our drawing now, so let's get, we let Jeannie draw. How about that? Read it out for us, Jeannie.
All right, 6, 1,
1222. 1222. There we go. All right, Ashley. You got one more? One more.
Okay. The last three numbers are 223.
223. There we go. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining us. If you will, if you're a new chamber member, a new board member, or our great host today, if you guys will stay behind, we want to get pictures of y'all. Thank everyone for the great attendance. We got you out of here by 1. So thank y'all. With that, we'll call this meeting adjourned.